Welcome. I'm Ernie Goss, research faculty member here with Applied Information Management Institute here in Des Moines, Iowa, and I'm also a faculty member, an economist with Hyder College of Business at Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska. Today I'm here to report about our findings, our workforce index, that's AIM's workforce index for the state of Iowa for the month of June. Now, the workforce index is a measure of the number of job openings divided by the number of unemployed. So obviously, as the index gets higher, that's a better job market, that's a better workforce index. The index spans from between 0 and 100. Anything above 50, we normally think of that's pretty good. Anything below 50, we got some real concerns about. Now, Iowa's is moving in the right direction. That number is so strong, it's almost a little scary to me. Scary in the sense it moved from 84.6, again, 100's the max, 84.6 to 93.2. Moved from 8th best in the country to 5th best in the country. Now, what are the top states in the U.S.? North Dakota, I won't say obviously, but from an economist standpoint, obviously. North Dakota is growing like crazy. You have to be concerned about even getting near that state. They'll try to recruit you for a job. So that's wonderful in North Dakota, wonderful for those looking for jobs. Vermont, if you can believe that one, number 2. And Florida, number 3. Now those two, a lot to do with tourism, a lot to do with leisure and hospitality. Of course, that's expanding as the economy's getting better. Number 4, for those of us who live in this part of the country, Kansas. Number 4, and of course that's a lot to do with agriculture, some to do with aircraft manufacturing. Iowa, number 5, 5th best in the country, a lot to do with agriculture, a lot to do with energy. And now that's not oil production, of course. In Iowa, that's ethanol and biofuels. That's doing very well. Got some issues there going forward in terms of concerns about the China, of course, just rejected the importation of what we call distiller's grain. Now that's a real issue, and that could spill back over negatively on the Iowa economy. I'm concerned about that. Keep an eye on that, what China does and what other countries do in terms of distiller's grain, or the byproducts, some would say the products, from ethanol production. The bottom 5, not where you want to be, folks. We've got Maine at number 50, 49, California, 48, Mississippi, no surprise there, 47th, New York, and 46th, West Virginia. A lot there to do with coal. Of course, coal is no longer in favor, and we're seeing that spill over into the West Virginia economy. Now, turning back to Iowa, where are the job openings? Where are most of the online job openings? In sales. That's where we got the number 1, the most jobs. Management, number 2. Number 3, now this is a bit strange, skilled workers. Now, what does that mean? That means welders. That means those who have vocational training, on-the-job training for specific skills such as plumbing, such as welding, such as electrical jobs, electricians' jobs, doing very well, and that's unusual, at least in our surveys of other areas of the nation, and that's a good thing. Of course, that's tied to manufacturing. Now, in terms of employment, in other words, not overall numbers, not just the gross numbers, if you measure it by how many jobs you have, finance was number 1. In other words, the finance, a lot of job openings, online job openings in finance. Engineering also, of course, that's a good number right there. And finally, customer services positions. Now, looking back over the last year, where has Iowa been doing well? Year over year, and how has it been doing? Year over year job growth, total employment 1.8%. Now, is that good or bad? It is better than the U.S. Significantly better, yes, and it's going to get the gap between the U.S. and Iowa is going to grow even more, given what we're seeing right now. Manufacturing employment growth about 1.1% for Iowa. That's about what we're seeing in the U.S., but actually a little bit better. Manufacturing wage growth about 3.9%. How's that? Not that good. In other words, inflation is running about 2 to 2.25%, so you don't have much real growth. In other words, when you subtract out the inflation, I'd like to see it between 4 and 5%. Still not a bad number when we look across the nation. So from an economic standpoint, our workforce index here in Des Moines, that's the Iowa Workforce Index from AIM, Applied Information Management, and the Hyder College of Business. That number is looking strong, looking good. It's almost a Goldilocks economy, not too hot, although Iowa's pretty hot, but not too hot. Certainly not too cool for Iowa. We're looking forward. The economy is moving forward. I expect that to continue until we meet again here on the second Tuesday. That's the second Tuesday of August. May your economic cup runneth over. Thank you.